From Kern Government Television, welcome to this week's Kern County Board of Supervisors meeting. Originating from the County Administrative Center, located at 1115 Truxton Avenue in Bakersfield, California. Grounded in ideas, energy, and innovation, Kern County's vision is to be a driving force for the world's fifth largest economy. And our mission is to exceed expectations of the communities we serve, changing the way they feel about government, those who manage it, and the services it provides. Today's Kern County Board of Supervisors meeting will convene momentarily.
I think Charlie really did. The way he was talking today.
Ready?
You guys have watched the speech.
Okay, board to reconvene. Good morning and welcome to the Kern County Board of Supervisors regular meeting for September 23rd, 2025. We're going to begin, as we always do, with the roll call. Madam Clerk?
Supervisor Peters?
Here.
Supervisor Parlier?
Here.
Supervisor Flores?
Here.
Supervisor Couch?
Here.
Supervisor Perez?
Here, thank you. Mr. Phil Brockett, First Sergeant, welcome, and please come to the podium. First Sergeant Phil Brockett graduated Wasco High in 1967. My goodness. He enlisted in the Navy in November of that year, 1967, wasted no time. Attended boot camp in San Diego, then communication school in Norfolk, Virginia. His duty stations included Naval Air Facility El Centro, Naval Air Station Guam, the USS Constellation, and a Southeast Asia tour to Vietnam. Discharged from the Navy in 1971, he later joined the Army National Guard, where he retired after 20 years as a company First Sergeant. Phil also served in another uniform for 24 years with the California Department of Corrections, where he would also retire from, this time as a lieutenant. Now he continues to serve and support veterans as a member of the Veterans of Foreign Wars north of the River Post, 10859. Sir, the floor is yours.
Thank you. Before I do the pledge, I'd like to just kind of say how we do it. In a little while, I'm going to ask you to stand. If you're able to stand, please stand and face the flag of our nation. I'm going to ask you to I'm going to say, present arms. When you present arms, you'll put your hand over your heart. If you are prior military, you are authorized to do a proper military salute at this time, all right? The reason we do this is, number one, to show respect for our flag. Number two is to honor our commitment to our country. And three is to remember those that came before us who fought for us and our freedom. I will then say, ready, begin, and we will say the Pledge of Allegiance together. On the conclusion of that, I will say, order arms. At that time, you can remove your salute and stand at rest. And I believe then we do a moment of silence.
You are so wonderful. Thank you.
Is that good?
That's correct. I know, my goodness.
All right, if you'll stand, please, if you're able to stand and face the flag of our nation, present arms. Ready, begin. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Order, arms. Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you for your service, sir. Mr. Brockett, there's a gentleman in the front. We're hoping to shake your hand, if you wouldn't mind. I saw that. You're fast. Oh, my goodness. Thank you, First Sergeant. Okay, we're going to move now to our pet of the week. So Nick Cullen, if you would come out and put us all in a good mood before our official board session and tell us who you brought with you today.
Well, good morning, Madam Chair, members of the board. This is Wally.
Oh, Wally.
Wally, about a 2-year-old pug mix. He's full grown. He's not going to get much bigger than he is right now. His owner can no longer provide care, and they surrendered him to us. And he's available for adoption right now. He's already neutered and ready to go home, and he's going to be a great family pet.
Oh, my goodness. He likes Halloween candy.
He does. Yeah, he told me
Appropriately.
that, yeah.
I could see that. That goes
Candy corn.
perfectly.
That's
Oh,
what that
candy corn. Oh, Wally. We wish you the best in your newfound home that is going to happen real soon. We just know it. We know you'll bring so much love and laughter. And as David Couch always reminds us, you'll keep their secrets appropriately. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. We're going to move now to the consent agenda. Consent matters begin on page 2. And they include items 1 as well as 7 and 8. On page 3, all items listed 9 through 15. On page 4, all items listed 16 through 22. On page 5, all items listed 23 through 29. On page 6, item number 31. The consent matters are matters listed with a capital C, capital A, and they're considered routine and non-controversial by county staff. We usually handle them with one vote, unless, of course, a member of the public would like to comment, ask questions. Potentially, a matter could be pulled from consent depending on the nature of the item. Each item, of course, is completely unique and individual. But now would be the time, if there is an issue regarding consent, to come forth and make your interests and passion known to the board. Okay? Seeing no interest from the public, we'll close that portion and bring it to my colleagues for comment, question, or action.
Motion on consent. Second.
We have a motion on consent, please, and a second. Please cast your votes.
The motion is approved. All ayes.
Okay, thank you. We're going to move now to resolutions and proclamations. This morning, Supervisor Couch is going to present a proclamation for October 2025 as Paint the Town Pink Month in Kern County in recognition of National Breast Cancer Awareness Month. Supervisor Couch?
Motion on the proclamation.
We have a
Second.
motion
Second.
and a second. Please cast your votes.
The motion is approved. All ayes.
Your pink is perfect, Jeff.
Chair and board, it's my honor this morning to present this proclamation, and I'm not going to say a lot because I want to. Jen Henry, who's who I'm going to present this to, has some things to say, but I want to let you know that I am. Jen, you'll correct me if I'm wrong about this. You have a community advisory board, is that right? Okay, and she asked me to join that, and I did, and I can just say that I am very impressed with not only the way the Links for Life is run, but the people, their heart, and the work that they do. I didn't really know the extent of what they do, and I'm very impressed, and we're lucky to have those people in our community doing what they do. The proclamation, reads, Board of Supervisors, County of Kern, State of California, has officially proclaimed October 2025 as Paint the Town Pink Month in Kern County. This recognition is entered in the official board minutes signed by our Honorable Chair, Leticia Perez, stated today. And I noticed that all the male members' ties have a form of pink. Yeah. Phillips is extremely pink, very, very dark pink.
Best I could get.
So I want to thank you guys for recognizing Paint the Town Pink Month in that manner. And Jen, I'm going to hand you this proclamation and take it from there. Thank you.
Thank you. Don't forget we need a picture.
Okay.
So, thank you all. Just Chairperson Perez, supervisors, thank you for proclaiming October Paint the Town Pink Month. Links for Life has been a part of our community for 33 years. This year, we provided the following services. We had 593 survivors and family members attend our support groups, 1,500 walk in for assistance. We funded 256 mammograms and ultrasounds, 5 needle biopsies, and we diagnosed 2 women with breast cancer this year. We provided 750 $100 grocery cards for women who are in active treatment so that they can learn about healthy eating and also get healthy food. Links for Life, strong as 3.5 staff, provided 14,000 services to our community last year. Part of the Links for Life mission is to improve the breast health outcomes in Kern County. This year, approximately 448 women will be diagnosed with breast cancer. This is below the state average, which is great, but our mortality rate is higher than the state average. So some things we're doing. This past winter, we were approached by Cedars-Sinai Medical Center to apply to the state of California to do a research grant. Thus is how Chair is part of that community advisory board. We are looking at women who are out of breast cancer for 5 to 10 years and looking at their transition from being followed by their oncologist to their primary care. This grant will look at 2 questions. What challenges do breast cancer survivors encounter when moving from oncology to primary care at the end of treatment? And 2, what helps breast cancer survivors remain engaged with their primary care physicians? These questions will be answered in Lost in Transition. I'm asking your assistance with Links for Life. 1, you have a little cup. There's 2 invitations in there. One's to Lacing It Up on October 4th. To attend, it's the kickoff. It's our 5K. It's out at the park at Riverwalk. And 2 is our gala on October 24th, which will take place at Luigi's. And we did sell out last year, so if you want tickets, get them quickly. And then we're looking for stakeholders to be interviewed, and you are policymakers and you're part of our stakeholders. There's a flyer in there from Cedars to contact with them to be interviewed on your take on breast cancer patients. Then we're also asking for you to help fund a mobile mammography unit to come into Kern County. Each year when we bring a mobile unit, it comes from Temecula. It's $6,500 just for the unit, and then it's staff timing on top of that. Last year, one of those women who was diagnosed, we had the unit out in Lost Hills. She was screened and diagnosed because of Links for Life. And so, love to set meetings with all of you to discuss how we can partner. Supervisor Couch is on board, but he's also asking for your help. So thank you for supporting Links for Life and all we do. Oh yes, perfect. I think you're in back.
Right behind you every step.
That's good. Are we all in?
Yep.
You have a great advocate in Supervisor Couch.
Oh, yeah, it's somewhere, hold on.
Oh.
It was buried in our paper. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
My grandmother was a 2-time breast cancer survivor. Thank you for all that you do. It's courageous and brave, and you guys look so cool doing it. So, you know, you just make it easier to talk about and to collaborate. And Supervisor Couch, you did a great job. Thank you. Okay, we're going to move along to item number 2, which is a proclamation for September 26, 2025 as California Indian Day and Tohono Tribe Pow-wow Day in Kern County. Very cool. I will be making this presentation very proudly. So I'd like to make a motion at this time and ask for a second.
Second.
Thank you, Supervisor Couch. We have a motion and a second. Please cast your votes.
The motion is approved. All ayes.
Okay, come on over. This is really, really cool and an incredible honor. I do want to acknowledge that Annie Ortega in my office, who you know is a new field staff member, is a proud member of Tejon Tribe. And Octavio is the ultimate member of Tejon, as you have become front and center in Kern County in more ways than I could have ever imagined or could even convey today. And I want to congratulate you for your prowess, for the incredible class and grace by which you bring to your people to this day, and to the ideas that are presented and the possibilities that we are seeing unfold before us in Kern County today. We've come a long way, Octavio, and I'm so proud of you. You have such a beloved history and legacy, your people, and the way that you are manifesting that in Kern County is truly spectacular and phenomenal, and we are here to celebrate you and eager to hear from you. The Board of Supervisors today of the County of Kern, State of California, officially proclaims September 26, 2025 as California Indian Day and the Tejon Tribe Pow-wow in Kern County. This recognition has been entered into the official board minutes, signed by your very honorable chairperson. Thank you very much. This is really an honor for me, Octavio. We have been talking about this relationship with the county, its evolution, and its progress for some time. And it has taken many forms and continues to evolve and progress in a way that is so good for Kern County, is so good for your people, but it's good for all of us. It's creating economic opportunities. I have so many people that I know that have been looking for jobs just in the last few months that have been hired by the new casino. We know that collaboration is extraordinary, and it has so much promise for Kern County. I want to thank you for your leadership, for the way in which you have become front and center and such an incredible face for this movement. Thank you. God bless you and your people. And this proclamation is for you today, and we'd love to hear from you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Chairwoman Perez, and thank you, Kern County Board of Supervisors, for always standing by the tribe through all these years. I'd like to acknowledge our Executive Chairwoman, Vice Chairwoman June Nature, our Executive Secretary Lisa Bradley, both in attendance. And really just thank you guys for standing by the tribe. We look forward to the powwow this weekend, and we hope everyone can come join us as a community and celebrate our cultural heritage. Really, just to touch lightly on our small project that we have going on, we think we are about under 2 months away from opening right now. We've hired over 1,000 people in the last 2 months. Those are all accepted positions in process, so over 1,000 employees coming to the area. So once again, thank you, Kern County Board of Supervisors, for standing by us. We look forward to opening our fire station and sheriff substation next year, all being funded privately by the tribe in a partnership with the county. So thank you very much. Thank you for your support, and we look forward to the continued relationship.
Thank you. Can you give us the details about
Sure. So Saturday, grand entry at noon. Sunday, grand entry at noon. We'll have public seating available. Don't think you need to bring a chair out. We'll have multiple food vendors, and it is at Bakersfield College at the practice football field just south of the main football field. So we look forward to seeing you all.
Excellent.
Thank you.
Thank you, Octavio. This is for you.
All right.
And what a great moment and a great acknowledgement, huh? Come on over. Hello. Good to see you. Good to see you guys. Come on over. We'll see you soon.
Thank you so much.
Good seeing you. Gentlemen. Just me at the podium. Thank you. Item number 4 this morning is a certificate of recognition honoring North of the River Recreation and Park District in commemoration of the district's 70th anniversary serving the North Bakersfield area. And this proclamation will be addressed by Supervisor Flores.
Thank you, Chairwoman. At this time, will NOR staff meet me at the podium for the presentation? And I'd like to make a motion.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. Please cast your votes.
morning, board members of the public. I'm proud and pleased to be joined here with Inowar, a recreation and park district, on their 70th anniversary of commitment and service to the county of Kern vis-a-vis parks and recreation programs. So for 7 decades, Inowar has proudly served the residents of Oildale and Northwest Bakersfield, providing parks, programs, public spaces that enhance the quality of life for families and children of all ages. From youth sports and camps to senior activities, they also do the Rasmussen Center and community-wide events. This district has remained committed to fostering health, wellness, and connection through recreation. And so they primarily serve District 1 residents, Supervisor Peters, he knows the district very well, in District 3. However, their net is bigger than that. They bring people from all over Bakersfield because they have robust offerings, beautiful assets. Their River Lakes Community Center just a couple weeks ago hosted League of Dreams, giving children a chance to play basketball. They have assets all over Inowar. They serve 153,000 residents. They have over 200 classes and programs. And so we're going to kick off a bunch of festivities in October. They've got drones planned, a drone show, food booths, all kinds of activities. I'll let them talk about it more. But I'll present the proclamation at this time to Inowar Recreation and Park District in recognition of your 70th anniversary in providing parks, programs, and public spaces that enhance our quality of life. Signed by our Honorable Chairman, Supervisor Perez, and all 5 members of our Board of Supervisors. Thank you so much. And the distinguished part of our county family, Brett Haney, welcome back. And Jasmine, welcome back. There you go. Congratulations. If you want to say a few words.
Good morning. My name is Jasmine Labasso. I'm the Director of Community Relations. We have Brett Haney, our General Manager, our Director of HR, Esther Gahalva, and Nicole Jones, our new chair for our NOR Recreation Foundation. And we're very happy to be here today. On behalf of NOR, I want to thank the Board of Supervisors for this and for recognizing 70 years of service to the community. When we began, we started in Oildale, which is District 3, and we've continued to expand from there. Since 1955, our mission has been to connect people, and we continue to do that every single day, bringing people together, encouraging healthy lifestyles, and strengthening our neighborhoods. This year, we're celebrating our 70th anniversary, and so we are taking our Fall Festival that we host annually on our second Saturday of the month. That'll be October 11th. And we're making it the biggest celebration yet. We're really very excited. There's over 40 community partners. There's food trucks, an on-site cornhole tournament, human foosball, a home run derby. The bookmobile will be there. Our new Bark Park will be open at that point. There is a lot to do, but I think the real showstopper is our drone light show. This will be the first completely free and public drone light show to the Bakersfield community, and we're very excited to bring it about. And I'm not sure if any of you have had the chance to see a drone light show. We had the wonderful opportunity as a part of CPRS. Our colleagues got to see one. I felt like a little kid. It was like seeing fireworks for the very first time. So if you guys have the time or your staff can come out, I highly encourage you to do so. It will be an amazing symbol of the growth of the district and the city and the county, a symbol of progress in our community and the growth that we've had. 70 years is a long time, and we're all at a wonderful point in this journey. And so I also want to note a couple partnerships that we have with the county that we're really grateful for right now, and this is just a few. Honestly, there's so many things that we do together, but a few of them are that we partner with the Kern County Library to bring out the bookmobile to areas in Northwest Bakersfield that there isn't a library. So there's actually, the bookmobile is going to be at the 70th anniversary at the very park that it typically goes to every single weekend. We work with Kern County Aging and Adult Services to provide senior nutrition to residents and Meals on Wheels to residents in the north of the river area, as well in the northeast area. And we also collaborate regularly with District 3 on our NOR annual Christmas parade. And that is the longest continuously running Bakersfield Christmas parade in Bakersfield. So we're very appreciative for those collaborations to make that a safe and enjoyable event and continue its legacy of being a non-motorized event. So thank you for the continued support. We're very happy to be here. I'm going to pass it off to Brett really quickly to say a couple words. Thank you.
Hi, you're an excellent presenter.
Oh, thank you.
My goodness, what a natural.
Yeah, she'll be a tough act to follow, so I'm not so good with words. So thank you, Supervisor Flores, members of the board. Grateful to be here today and back in old stomping grounds. Trying to thank Jasmine for kind of talking about NOR of the past. I just want to talk a little bit about current and future plans. We're very excited. Jasmine mentioned the Bark Park. It'll be open here in a couple of weeks. We call it a Bark Park affectionately. It'll be a kind of a new model for bark parks and dog parks that you see in the local community parks. It'll have some agility equipment and some other things that make it a little bit different and stand out. We're excited for that and be a model for our future bark parks within our district. We're also very excited to announce that we have recently opened our 25th park, Stockton River Ranch in western Bakersfield. And it's the first developer-built park that we are enjoying in our district and be the model of many parks to come. If we have the pleasure of standing here in another 10 years for our 80th, we'll probably be able to announce an additional almost dozen parks under that model. So the district is growing very fast, and we're very excited. We're also looking into recreation opportunities. As Jasmine mentioned, the partnership we have with the library and the bookmobile. We're very grateful to bring those opportunities to the members of our, not only our district, but the greater community in those areas where there is maybe a library desert. And we look for other recreation opportunities that we can help provide for the benefit of all of our combined constituents. So who knows what the future holds? Maybe it's a combined library community center in the Northwest that houses educational center for daytime learning with the library and evening recreation classes. Maybe it's a stage that has room for guest speakers and guest readers, and then afternoon performance for our junior theater. Options and opportunities are limitless, just our imagination and of course funding, but look forward to the future of NOR and our partnerships with the county and the other community partners, and just thank you so much for this recognition. We're very grateful to be here today and to receive this, so thank you.
Thank you. Well done. Keep up the good work. Okay, the next portion of our meeting is public presentations. And this portion is reserved for members of the public who would like to address this body on matters that are within our jurisdiction but are not on today's particular specific agenda. We do ask that you please consider the recommended time of 2 minutes. We understand that's not a perfect time frame for everybody, but we certainly appreciate your grace and consideration. Please state your name and spell it for the record as you take the floor and share your heart with us. Good morning, Mr. Shin.
Good morning, Madam Chair. Good morning to the supervisors. My name is Charles Shin, S-H-I-N-N. I am a retired Marine and a concerned citizen. This is from Secretary of State. We're going to read this memorandum dated 19 September 2025, Memorandum 25-109. In-person voting and vote-by-mail ballots. A voter may vote their vote-by-mail ballot without the ballot identification envelope in person at their designated polling place if all of the following conditions are met. 1, the precinct board has real-time access to the county elections official election management system, the EMS, and does both of the following. Verifies that the voter has not returned a vote-by-mail ballot for that election and changes the status of the voter in the EMS from a VBM ballot voter to an in-person voter. The voter, 2, provides their name, address, and signature pursuant to Elections Code 14216. 3, the county elections official has established procedures to ensure that a voter who casts a ballot pursuant to this method does not submit more than one VBM ballot without a ballot identification envelope, and the precinct board complies with those procedures. See Elections Code 3016.5A. A VBM ballot pursuant to this method can be placed directly into the ballot box at the polling place. Additionally, a ballot cast pursuant to this method shall be processed and counted in the same manner as a non-provisional ballot cast in person at the polling place. See Elections Code 3016.5, Bravo. This, by the way, is what Tom Pavich was talking about last year when he tried to put his vote-by-mail ballot in the ballot box and was prevented from doing that. Kern was one of 3 counties that could not comply with this last year.
Thank you, Mr. Shin. Morning.
Dennis McLean, MC, capital L-E-A-N. Morning, Madam Chair, Supervisors, and attending staff. My part will be entitled Surrendering Vote-by-Mail Ballots. This reminder of the procedures for surrendering VBM ballots is not intended to affect any process a county may have in place for the drop box of a VBM ballot. The Secretary of State issues this reminder knowing that with the availability of Section 3016.5 method of casting a ballot, many voters appearing at their designated polling place or at a vote center may choose not to surrender this process. However, some of these voters may need to use a surrender process if they have spoiled their ballot. Additionally, voters appearing at any permanent or satellite county election office will need to use the surrender process. A surrendered VBM ballot is one that the voter does not intend to cast. Rather, the voter is returning it so they may receive a non-provisional, also referred to as a live, regular, or polling place ballot. A non-provisional ballot is one that will be placed directly into the ballot box. It will not go into a ballot identification envelope. The process of surrendering VBM ballots and the insurance of a non-provisional or provisional ballots is provided in Election Code sections 3015 and 3016. These code sections apply to all counties regardless of how the election is conducted. In closing, I wish to praise Charlie Kirk, who gave his Christian life spreading wisdom to today's youth. May his words of faith and truth make this world a better place. Thank you.
Thank you, Dennis.
Good morning, Board.
Morning,
Chair.
Jess.
Jess Sanders. I'm going to continue where you left off. If a voter appears at the voter center and their designated polling place on the day of election at the county elections office where voting is permitted on the Board of Elections Day, the voter shall be permitted a non-provisional ballot if either of the following 2 conditions are satisfied. The voter surrenders his vote by mail ballot. If the voter is unable to surrender the vote by mail ballot, but the precinct board, vote center, election board, or elections officials does all of the following: verifies the voter has not returned the voter a voted vote by mail ballot, notates that the voter's voter record is ensured that the voter's vote by mail ballot is not cast or tabulated after the vote. That's according to Elections Code subsection 3015A. Any voter who surrenders a vote by mail ballot or the voting location meets section 3015 conditions and is issued a non-provisional ballot must sign a roster, index, election poll box, or a roster of supplement Elections Code subsections 14105A, 14107, 14109, or 14216. Next up, Russ Person. Thank you.
Thank you, Jess.
Thank you, Jesse. That's person, like in people, or persona, when I'm in Mexico.
Can you spell your first name?
Russell, R-U-S-S-E-L-L.
Thank you, sir.
Section 3015 does not require a voter to surrender their vote by mail ballot envelope in order to receive a non-provisional ballot. Section 3015 only requires the surrender of vote by mail voter ballots. Requiring a voter to surrender their vote by mail ballot envelope along with their vote by mail ballot to receive a non-provisional ballot is contrary to the provisions of Section 3015. To ensure that a voter who has surrendered their vote by mail ballot is not issued a multiple ballot, the following optional safeguards for the ballot auditing processes can be employed. 1. The county can consider suspending the processing of return vote by mail ballots for voters who requested a replacement ballot after rosters are generated. These ballots could be separated for processing after Election Day and after the polling place voter history has been applied to the county's EMS. 2, a county can work with the EMS vendor to add a notation on the roster that is sent to the polls to indicate that a voter was issued multiple vote by mail ballots. If the voter cannot surrender both or all of the ballots that were issued to them, the county must require the voter to vote provisionally unless the specified conditions apply. Next, Ron Barger.
Morning, Ron.
Morning. Ron Barger, B-A-R-G-E-R.
Thank you,
Morning,
sir.
Board. Issuance of provisional ballots. A voter shall be issued a provisional ballots in accordance with Section 14310 if the voter is unable to surrender their vote by mail ballot, and 1, the precinct board, vote center election board, or elections cannot verify if the voter has returned their voted vote by mail ballot and notate the voter's voter record accordingly, or the precinct board of elections or officials cannot readily determine if the voter is in the correct polling location. Election code 3016 and 14310F. Additionally, voters who appear at a satellite location and wish to surrender their vote by mail ballot or are unable to surrender their ballot must be issued a provisional ballot. Election code 3018C. I'd like to give this to Ray Reese.
Thank you, sir. Good morning.
Good morning, Madam Chair, Board. That's Pamela Ray Reese, R-E-E-C-E. Before I begin, you may have already been informed of this memo from the Secretary of State by our own Kern County ROV or County Clerk. But for the record, in polling place counties, a suggested reminder for poll workers. You may wish to provide to your poll workers the following information regarding provisional ballots. As a poll worker, there is a duty to assist in the administration of the election. You should never turn a voter away from the polls. A voter always has the right to cast a ballot, although scenarios will arise where a voter may not be able to cast a non-provisional ballot. That is a ballot that goes directly into the ballot box. And they will be required to vote a provisional ballot. A provisional ballot is used in a polling place when a voter's name does not appear on any of the roster lists provided. In this instance, the voter can conditionally register to vote, CVR, and vote a CVR provisional ballot unless instant CVR is available. A voter's name, unless it is changed surname or address, is different than that listed on the roster lists. In this instance, the voter can conditionally re-register and vote a CVR provisional ballot unless, again, instant CVR is available. Note, if the voter's address is different, but within the county, the voter can be offered a change of political party, change of address form to update their address. If a voter is challenged by a member of the precinct board, not a member of the public, and the challenge is not resolved in the voter's favor. Also, a voter is, the voter is at the wrong precinct and their ballot is not available at the location, but the voter still wants to vote at that precinct polling site. Or if a voter wants to vote at this precinct but cannot surrender their vote by mail ballot at this location, or if the election official cannot verify if the voter has already returned their voted vote by mail ballot and cannot notate the voter's voter record accordingly, or cannot determine if the voter is in the correct polling location. Our next speaker is Glenn.
Morning, Glenn.
Glenn Clayton, C-L-A-Y-T-O-N. Good morning, Madam Chair and board, staff, and all of you that work so hard for us. After the British surrendered, the American colonies had a nation, but they needed a constitution. The old Articles of Confederation were inadequate. So in May 1787, delegates gathered in Philadelphia for a convention to draft a constitution that would establish an effective federal government. They appointed George Washington as chair, but that's just about all that they agreed upon. From the beginning, the delegates quarreled over deeply held disagreements to the extent and form of this new government. And that's when Ben Franklin, 81 years old, rose to make a motion. In this situation of this assembly, groping, as it were, in the dark to find political truth and scarce able to distinguish it when presented to us, how has it happened, sir, that we have not once thought of humbly applying to the Father of lights to illuminate our understandings? In the beginning of the contest with Britain, when we were sensible of danger, we had daily prayers in this room for the divine protection. And our prayers, sir, were heard, and they were graciously answered. And have we now forgotten that powerful friend? I have lived, sir, for a long time, and the longer I live, the more convincing proofs I see of this truth, that God governs in the affairs of men. And if sparrows cannot fall to the ground without his notice, can an empire rise without his aid? We have been assured, sir, that in the sacred writings says, except the Lord build the house, they labor in vain that build it. You, our elected officials, have sworn an oath to faithfully uphold the federal Constitution. Last Wednesday, our Constitution celebrated its birthday of 238 years. Did you know that the average life of a country's constitution worldwide is between 17 and 19 years? How is it that our Constitution has lasted 238 years? By luck or by a powerful, providential friend? Thank you.
Thank you.
Wow. Gentlemen, or friend, shall I say.
Good morning. Please state your name and spell it.
Janine, Jeanine. Haney, Heaney. Hallmark, like the cards, Hallmark. Adams, Adams, like the Adams family. 1D.
Or like John Adams.
There you go. It's America. From Tehachapi, Tehachapi, Incorporated State. No, not a state. It's a city in the county of Kern. This is not an independent, it's not an independent state within the state of California. California is not an independent state in the United States of America. This area used to be, you got it, part of Mexico. It's now part of the United States of America. And I think I make my point clear. In 1776, this was part of Mexico. So let's not get too caught up in dates, countries. Let's talk about God, and country is fine, okay? Sí se puede. Yes, we can. We can come together. I was at the Cesar Chavez, wow. I got through my name and it's already 40 seconds left. I don't know, that just doesn't seem right to me. I guess I'll have to complete this praise of our staff for another time. Please come together as a board, as a country, as I'm going to be a poll watcher on November 4th. My husband is a he works at the polls. Please work at the polls, everybody in the audience. We need you. Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Adams. Any other members of the public that would like to address this body on matters that are not on today's agenda but within our jurisdiction? We're happy to have you and hear from you. Please state and spell your name for the record.
My name is Mercy Pena. It's P-E-N-A. And good morning. Well, actually, God morning. Okay. I am here to discuss the marijuana use.
Her time has not started.
Excuse me.
Okay.
Excuse me.
Thank you,
I
Ms.
was-
Adams.
Thank you.
Ms. Pena, can you talk a little bit more into the microphone? You were a little
Here
bit
it is.
light.
Hold on. Okay. Good morning. Like I said, my name is Mercy Pena. It's P-E-N-A, and I'm here to discuss marijuana use within our youth and discussions at our local school district for monitors to detect vaping devices in our middle schools, bathrooms, and in our community school bathrooms as well. As we all know the dangers of smoking, vaping is the new smoke. I just wanted to bring awareness that our youth are using marijuana to treat their quote-unquote mental health or behaviors. Studies have been shown that year after year, we are at a higher statistics of uses and want to discuss my area in Greenfield. We have marijuana establishments near or by our middle schools. One example is on Union Avenue from Panama Lane to White Lane. We have a Greenfield Middle School, Fairview Elementary, Paula Elementary, and Prosperity Elementary. And there's a coincidence that there are several marijuana shops along Union Avenue. One in particular is 2856 South Union Avenue, Bakersfield 93307. Google Maps states it's called Devil's Smoke Shop. But when you drive up to the establishment, it states that it is a natural vitamin and botanical shop. Hours of operation are 10 a.m. to 10 p.m. On Google Maps, it also states it's 0.7 of a mile from Greenfield Middle School to this shop, which is exactly 370 feet. In California, the state law states a minimum buffer zone of 600 feet between licensed cannabis businesses and schools, daycares, or youth centers. I believe here in Kern County, it is the same distance. It is just a small reminder that these establishments are near our schools and it is the responsibility of the current Kern County Sheriff's Department to enforce these ordinances for the safety of our youth and students. Thank you for listening. Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Pena.
Madam Chair.
Yes, Supervisor, one moment, sir. Supervisor Parlier.
Thank you so much. The areas that you mentioned, I believe, are primarily within the area of District 2. I'm going to make sure that I communicate with the Sheriff's Department your concerns, and it is against the ordinance of Kern County, and see what kind of actions we can take. Thank you so much.
Good morning, sir.
Morning.
Welcome. Please state and spell your name for the record.
Dave Westcott, W-E-S-C-O-T-T, District 5 constituent. At the 9/9 morning meeting, Supervisor Peters had made a comment that Prop 50 was circumventing the will of the voters and that it is, quote, unfree and unfair by having them vote again on redistricting 15 years after deciding on an independent commission to draw district lines. Ladies and gentlemen, that is what democracy is. Now, you would be right, Supervisor, if you were talking about Texas or Missouri where voters were not even asked. That is unfree and that is unfair. But here in California, we lead by example. And it makes complete sense that when there is what we call a substantial change in position, such as Missouri and Texas doing mid-decade gerrymandering, California must act. And the way that we act is to allow the democratic process to happen again through the will of the people and see if the voters want to pass Prop 50 and conduct temporary redistricting up to the year 2030.
Sir, I'm so sorry. I don't mean to be rude, and I hate interrupting people. I
Sure.
really do.
No, you're
We
fine,
do
Chairman.
have this matter on today's agenda, and that is
Oh.
this afternoon on item number 28.
I apologize,
If
Madam
you
Chair, I
could
did not
return-
see it. Yeah.
I'm sure you
No.
didn't, and I hate to interrupt you, really. I hate interrupting
No,
anybody.
that's fine.
But those are the rules, and I have
Yep,
to
no,
enforce
totally
them.
fair. So I can just move on. Supervisor, when we are in a leadership position, we must espouse full, truthful facts, otherwise we lose our credibility. The death of truth is the ultimate victory of evil. When truth leaves us, when we let it slip away, when it is ripped from our hands, we become vulnerable to the appetite of whatever monster screams the loudest. I'll be back at 2 o'clock.
Thank you, sir. Any other members of the public want to weigh in on matters not on today's specific agenda? Please come on down here. I see another member of the public coming forward. Please welcome, number one. Please state and spell your name for the record.
Hello, my name's Nina Richards, Nina, middle initial T, last name Richards with an S. I live in the colony. I moved there in August, so I'm new, but I'm not new to the colony. Grandpa and Grandpa Heredia, I've been there for years. My parents, Lucy and Pete Jara, or Hara, whichever you like. They've been there a long time, and they've been helping out with the colony, a lot of stuff. I came last month, and I asked for someone to go out and check for the light poles, the power poles. I also submitted some papers there so you could look at them. And hopefully that somebody can come out and give us a couple more lights and check on the poles, because they are really bad. One of them, I put my finger right in there. That's how big that split is. I didn't do it to all of them. I didn't take a ruler with me, and I should have. But anyway, at least I got some pictures for you. The other thing is, I did go into Shafter, and I asked Shafter if they could help us out with that beautiful park that you were nice enough to give us. I asked for stuff that could help out with the children with their motor skills. But they told me that I would have to check with you to find out if you could paint either 4 squares on there to play 4-square, a tetherball, or a hopscotch, or something like that, because they cannot do nothing to that playground because it was done by the county. But they did tell me that they were willing to donate some type of equipment like basketballs or the 4-square balls or a tetherball or something like that. But I do need your help to find out if the 4-square or some of these other things could be painted onto the existing ground that's there. So that's my request today, and I hope I didn't talk too fast for you. Okay?
Not at all. You made your point very clear.
Okay, thank you
Ms.
much.
Hara.
Oh, before I leave, last week when I was here, you guys weren't here. Your staff was, in fact, Lisa was nice enough to show me your staff upstairs. They were absolutely gorgeous and beautiful. They sent me to certain people. They also told me about numbers, and I got PG&E involved in this, and they said they'd be here this coming week, I believe, to check out the pools. So thank you and your staff.
Very good. Those are good organizing skills. Very good. Thank you. Any other members of the public at this time? Okay, we're going to move on to board member announcements or reports. Supervisor Parlier.
Thank you, Madam Chair. So yesterday was just a wonderful day of celebration for the passage of SB 237, which is going to open up oil production and drilling for the county of Kern. I want to thank you, Madam Chair, and Supervisor Couch for your elegant statements, CAO's office for organizing the activity. I know it was a big undertaking, and for the Sheriff's Department for keeping us safe. Last item, I had the honor to be the Grand Marshal of the Roseman Armed Forces Day Appreciation Day, which was wonderful. As a veteran, I had the honor of sharing a float, a ride with Brigadier General David Jester Smith, who is also the director of the Mojave Air and Spaceport. And I want to thank that community for putting that wonderful celebration together. Thank you so much.
Wonderful. Thank you, Supervisor Parlier. You stole my thunder. I also wanted to thank a remarkable CAO staff who came together at very last minute, really under the gun, to make yesterday such a fabulous success. In particular, Aaron Briscoe and Stacy Kuahara, who I know worked extra hours and over the weekend under grueling circumstances to ensure that yesterday was absolutely perfect. We had an incredible display. Senator Shannon Grove was here and stole the thunder from Supervisor Couch and I, but nonetheless, really helped drive home what a remarkable bipartisan success this is for Kern County leading the way, not just feeding and fueling and defending the nation, but really the energy epicenter of the nation and arguably the globe in envirotech, in carbon management. This is a very exciting recognition from the state of California. This doesn't happen all the time, but this is really, really big for us. Lastly, to Donnie and his marvelous SWAT team who arrived at 6 a.m. to do a bomb sweep of this building and who were present at all corners of this building to ensure that our public servants can do the great work of Kern County. Donnie, thank you. To your remarkable team, really, God bless you and thank you so much. I really appreciate you. Supervisor Couch.
A couple of things. Yesterday or the day before, I've forgotten which it was, there was an incident out on the west side. There was a compressed natural gas leak, which could be a very dangerous situation. It required the closure of Highway 58 for about an hour, and an order to close I-5 was actually given. But our firefighters acted extremely quickly and mitigated it, and the lift order was prior to even being executed. So I just want to thank our firefighters because that's disastrous for people when major state highways like that close, and a very dangerous situation that you have to be very careful with and have to be very, you can't rush into it. They handle it very quickly and really well. I want to recognize them for that. I thought that was outstanding work. I also want to say, one of the most important things we do is put the right person in the right job. And I think we have put an excellent person in the job at our airports. I've had some interaction recently with Bill LeManc, who's our new airports director, and I think we are on the right track and I think he's really hit the ground running and doing a great job. And I want to thank him and compliment the rest of you for your wise decision to put him in that position. I also want to mention that the lady that just spoke about the polls in La Colonia. Sounds like, that's some paint we can put on some cement. That's fairly cheap. I think that's not a bad idea, and we'll look into that. And there are further discussions about that park to be had with the Shafter Park and Rec District, which will hopefully materialize and satisfy some of her concerns. So, thank you.
Thank you, Supervisor Couch. Supervisor Peters.
Thank you, Madam Chair. Late last week, we had pretty significant flooding events out in East Kern, and they impacted multiple areas, but in particular, the communities of Randsburg and Johannesburg. There was significant damage to homes, to roads, and then in particular to the water system out there. There's currently still 500 residents without water as of right now. We've been trying to deal with that over the weekend. Was out there yesterday as well. I wanted to thank all of our county staff and all the volunteers that have come out and tried to help. Our sheriff's department, I know fire department was out there going door to door, checking on people. Roads department has had their hands full. And I also wanted to give a particular shout out to our Assemblyman, Stan Ellis. Saturday morning, I was on the phone trying to help coordinate resources, and I called the Assemblyman to let him know what was going on, and he said, well, what are you guys working on right now? I said, well, we're trying to get some water out there. And without thinking twice, he hung up, made a phone call, got some water, and then at his own expense had one of the trucks from his company haul it out there. Wow. And it was just a great example of leadership. So that's what Kern County does, though, comes together. We've got a lot of work to do still out there. I know yesterday our department heads were meeting about this and trying to assess damages. I'm looking forward to hearing what the outcome is of that. I know that the community is anxious to hear if we're going to declare a state of emergency for that. So I just wanted to shed some light on that, and again, thank everybody for their help, and for their continued support out there.
Thank you, Supervisor Peters. Supervisor Flores.
Thank you, Supervisor Peters. I thank you for being out there on the ground in real time and administering to that, and wish you well out there for your residents as they go work through this and talking about the efforts of our Assemblyman. I wanted to also, I wasn't going to speak, but Supervisor Couch brought up our airport director, which is really saying something because bringing him up unsolicited to praise him, I agree, Supervisor Couch. Bill LeMink is a breath of fresh air. Met with him for an hour on site at the airport. He is doing wonderful things for the county of Kern, and I want to affirm him publicly. I was at a ceremony for MIA POW recognition day, honoring our lost and forgotten soldiers that never came home. He had a ceremony, he had the Civil Air Patrol, he had California Aeronautical University, and more importantly, he had a heart and he had patriotism and he had a good head on his shoulders for the economic development and the direction of our airport, and he's out pursuing flights. He's going through that airport with a fine-tooth comb, hangar by hangar, and whatever he's requesting of our tenants, he himself is doing the exercise internally with his department, and he's cleaning things up, and I just wanted to say thank you, Dave, for recognizing that.
I almost believed Supervisor Couch when he was saying the right person at the right time that he was going to say me as chair right now, but that was short-lived. So humble pie, of course. Okay, we're going to move on to our next item. Any other comments for? Okay, we're going to move on under our Sheriff's Department. Item number 30, which is a proposed sole source agreement with Tyler Technologies for cloud gavel warrant service module implementation of electronic warrant management system services beginning September 25, 2025 through September 24, 2028. I see our Sheriff's Department is positioned to present, as well as our county staff. And I'm not sure who's up first. It looks like, I believe there was a Victor Marino. Is that right?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, okay. So actually, the floor is yours, Department. Thank you, welcome, and good morning. Please state and spell your name for the record.
Good morning, Madam Chair and members of the board. My name is Denisha Ashley, D-A-N-I-S-H-A, last of Ashley, A-S-H-L-E-Y, Commander with the Sheriff's Office. I'd like to introduce two of our experts and managers. I have behind me Technology Services Manager Victor Moreno and Records Manager Natalie McGill. The Sheriff's Office respectfully requests your approval of a sole source agreement with Tyler Technologies for the implementation and use of the Cloud Gavel Warrant Service Module. This agreement will cover the period from September 25th, 2025 through September 24th, 2028, with an automatic annual renewal thereafter not to exceed $591,350 for the initial 3-year period. This request is urgent and critical. On October 6, 2025, the courts will transition from our current jail management system, which is CJIS, to a new court case management system, eCourts. This change will eliminate our ability to electronically process warrants requiring manual entry, filtering, and distribution of hundreds of warrants daily. Our current staffing is neither funded nor structured to support the manual entry and processing of warrants for the Sheriff's Office and all allied agencies, an operational burden that has been shifted onto us as a result of the court system transition. Without immediate action, this will significantly hinder our ability to manage warrant workflow and meet legal obligations. The Cloud Gavel Warrant Service Module is the only solution that meets our operational, legal, and technical requirements. It's CJIS compliant, cloud-based, with strong access controls, capable of integrating with eCourts and CLETS and NCIC, proven in other counties with a successful track record. This system will restore automation, reduce manual workload, and ensure continuity of service to allied agencies. No other vendor offers a comparable solution. Furthermore, Cloud Gavel is the most cost-effective option, projected to save the county approximately $100,000 in the first year alone. Without this system, our ability to process and distribute warrants will be significantly compromised, impacting public safety and interagency coordination. We recommend the board to approve this agreement to ensure uninterrupted warrant processing and to support the operational readiness of the Sheriff's Office. Thank you.
Excellent presentation. Thank you, Commander. Do we have any public comment at this time? Members of the public like to weigh in on this matter? Now would be the time to do so. Okay, seeing no interest, I'll return to the board for comment, question, or action, gentlemen.
Sure.
Oh, I'm sorry, Supervisor Couch, just saw you.
I want to ask a question about this. It sounds like you have no choice. To actually fulfill what the job that you need to do, you have to do this. Is it safe to say that if the courts had not taken the action or done what they've done, we wouldn't have to do this?
Supervisor, yes, that is accurate.
So it's a $591,000 or so cost over 3 years that we wouldn't have to pay for,
Essentially.
if not for what has been done.
Yes, Supervisor. Thank you for the question. That is completely accurate. This has been something that they've been working toward, but to the extent we were unaware of until recently what the requirements would be for us to be able to procure a system that meets the demands of the information that's required to process warrants.
Okay, thank you for that answer, but you're in a difficult spot. I recognize that, and I've also heard that this is going to be a lot more difficult than what people think it's going to be and present a lot of problems. You agree, potentially?
I do, sir.
All right, I'll move approval of your recommendation, and I hope you can make it work. Thank you.
Second.
I have every confidence in you, Commander, and your department. We have a motion, a second. Any other input? Okay, please cast your votes.
The motion is approved. All ayes.
Okay, motion carries. Thank you for your
Thank you, ma'am.
presentation. Thank you all for your willingness and ability to present today. We are going to break now to closed session. We will return at 2 p.m. for our afternoon session, and we look forward to seeing you then. Motion to adjourn, no, not to adjourn, motion to break.
So
Motion to break, okay, granted.